Our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Caitlin Clark, the basketball superstar, queen of clutch, and face of the sport, kicked off the year as the first guest of the year on the New Heights podcast. Yes, Travis and Jason Kelce brought in the biggest star in sports today, and Caitlin did not hold back from jaw-dropping career revelations to her mindset after this unforgettable season. This interview is full of moments that will leave you speechless. Stop everything you're doing because Caitlin Clark just set the tone for 2025 in the most epic way possible.
She's the most requested guest in the history of our show, and the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Miss Caitlin Clark. Please welcome everyone. Yeah.
But hold on, how does Caitlin handle the strain of becoming a sports legend? What will happen to her booming career next? Why is everyone talking about that one comment she made about the NBA? We're going to break it all down right here. So
I appreciate it. I'm excited. I don't get excited about many things, but this is at the top of my list, so.
We made it.
The Kelce brothers quickly set the scene and began the performance with their trademark humor. Jason and Travis immediately jumped into Caitlin's impressive list of accomplishments, which included becoming a household name, dominating the court as the most captivating player in college basketball, and let's face it, when two NFL superstars joke that your resume is so much better than theirs, you know you're in a league of your own. It's the ideal icebreaker that sets the tone for an interview full of surprises.
How many accolades did we leave off? How many accolades do you have right now at this point, Caitlin?
I think you might have made some up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure on that. I feel like you're kind of like Wayne Gretzky for basketball right now.
Gretzky.
The amount. If you go to the Wikipedia page and you look at like the list of like awards and achievements, it's like endless. It is. Yeah, we had to limit it to this list just to get the show started.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And guess what? Jason wasn't lying when he said that Caitlin broke 62 records in her first WNBA season and set at least 40 records in her senior year at Iowa. This doesn't even account for all of her honors from her first 3 years of college. The list is so lengthy that Wikipedia decided to make a special page just for Caitlin's accomplishments.
Any accomplishment, I guess, of all these accolades that has meant the most to you?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Well, I'd give you the answer my mom would say is probably academic All-American. She was proud of me for being a good student in college. So
that's that answer.
Nobody
Love
talks
that
about
answer
that.
from mom.
That's what I'm talking about.
I did all right in school, so hung in there. But other than that, I mean, they're all cool, but you don't really care. It kind of just comes with it. It comes with having fun. And
after that, Caitlin switches gears and adds a touching moment to the discussion when she says that her mother is ecstatic that she was selected an academic All-American, a title that, to her family, is equally as significant as her skill on the court. Caitlin clarifies that all of these honors are simply the result of working hard and sincerely loving the game. Setting records was never her goal, but
the Time Athlete of the Year was cool too, just because you see the list of like all the athletes that they've had prior to me, and a lot of those people I idolized growing up, and LeBron's been the only other basketball player, so, and it's cool as a woman, like they haven't had many females on the cover too, so for women's sports it's kind of special, but you know, just kind of comes with playing the game and having fun, as you guys know.
Caitlin gracefully dismisses the attention on her time as the Athlete of the Year, stating that it's not only a personal accolade, but also a victory for women's sports overall. She highlights how this recognition highlights the advancements being made in all areas, from crowded arenas to rapidly increasing viewership. Caitlin's humility is precisely the reason she remains such a cherished figure both on and off the court. Her perspective.
How long have you been a part of the kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not to
You can
crush
apologize to me. I'm honorary member.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up.
When Caitlin's passion for the Kansas City Chiefs enters the discussion, She bursts into laughter as she talks about how much she has admired the team and how she has been following their amazing run since she was a child. Of course, with Travis Kelce right there, the banter practically writes it.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like
I love it.
We were ride or die, so we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of fun for us.
Caitlin's most treasured game memories of the Chiefs and her unwavering perseverance demonstrate that she is more than just a basketball sensation. She is an ardent sports enthusiast.
What was your childhood like?
My brother loved Tony Gonzalez. Like, that was
Tony
his guy.
G.
Yeah.
What a guy.
So
He was the chief.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like, obviously,
we got heaters on the sideline.
Arrowhead's not too.
Travis receives a fan request.
I got some time. So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon. Maybe a playoff game or something. So
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely we're gonna at least I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you're invited to them all. So
all right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
And she's correct. Caitlin discusses her childhood Chiefs devotion.
No, it was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching, but that's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. You know, there wasn't obviously college sports, but, you know, we would be watching the Chiefs, and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like, every Sunday, that's what, you know, it's usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
The Chiefs lets hear Caitlin talk about her early basketball journey, where the game has been a constant in her life since day one. She tells about playing against boys in middle school and the times she started to stand out before making the shocking revelation that she received her first college recruiting letter in 7th grade. Yes, while most kids were worried about the drama in middle school, Caitlin was already on the radar of major programs.
I heard you got your first recruiting letter in 7th grade?
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah, so at the time, like...
That's insane.
It's insane.
Were you playing with high schoolers at this point?
Yeah, it's honestly sad. Like, where college, like, recruitment has kind of gone. It's just insane. But also,
I got you.
I feel very fortunate. Like, my parents were just, like, they told my older brother, like, go get the mail. Like, we don't want your sister to see that. They, like, wanted me to be in 7th grade and, like, enjoy middle school and, like, hang out with your friends. Like, you shouldn't be worrying about where you're going to college.
I love that so much.
After that, Caitlin discusses how her parents made sure she had a good time in high school and surrounded her with positive role models who helped mold her into the person she is today.
Yeah, so I didn't really take any visits until like after my freshman year of college, and then I didn't decide until my senior year. So I was never in a rush, and my parents did a really good job of like make sure, you know, I have a good circle around me. Like, it wasn't always about college recruitment. I wasn't like posting my offers. Like, also that wasn't really a thing when I was growing up. So
she is 22 years old and already discussing how times have changed. She is obviously mature. The three of them then joke about how college recruitment has turned into a social media frenzy and reminisce about the good old days. Over her years at...
Now, I mean, it had to be close to when you were growing up. I mean...
Yeah, it was close. Like, people were starting to do it, like post like, oh, I got an offer from here. I got an offer from here.
And especially in basketball.
Now it's all you see on social media. It's like only people talk about. It's crazy. But obviously times have changed too, but...
Oh, times have changed.
Yeah, 7th grade was wild. And I was playing up like 2 years. So I was playing with high schoolers. But yeah, I didn't really like think anything of it. Like, I was just going out there and hooping and having fun, and it's kind of just what came with it.
It's a fascinating look at the mindset of an athlete who knows when to lead, when to listen, and how to elevate the entire team without overshadowing the collective effort. Caitlin reflects on her rookie season, describing a delicate balancing act between fitting in with her team and standing out as a player destined for greatness. She explains how she navigated the challenges of stepping into a competitive environment while staying true to her style of play.
And like, you come in as a rookie and like you said, like you're trying to figure out a new environment, new teammates. Like, you don't want to say too much. You don't want to say too little. And it's just so hard. But like in my scenario, and obviously you guys too, like you're already highly thought of. Like people are turning to you to like be something or be someone. So it's hard. Like you're trying to get your feet wet, but also not do too much. And I think that's kind of what I struggled in early on is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how they're going to react.
It's evident that although Caitlin's talent is undeniable, it's the support of those around her that has really made the journey possible. Caitlin takes a moment to highlight her veterans and teammates, giving them full credit for facilitating her seamless transition into the game at the next level. She speaks gratefully about how their advice, encouragement, and shared experiences helped her find her footing.
For not knowing, you nailed it.
Yeah. But also, like, I had a lot of really good vets around me, too. So I feel very grateful for that. And we had a fairly young team, too. So, like, people had been through it fairly recently, so they knew how I felt. But, like, I feel like that definitely is a huge challenge. And that goes for whatever professional sport. Like, you're trying to learn, but also people are looking at you like, you got to perform and like be what they drafted you to.
Remember this moment with Aaliyah Boston when she played against the Kinetic Sun for the first time? I adore.
I love Aaliyah Boston pouring into this young rookie. It's supposed to be hard. This is an adjustment period, and Aaliyah making sure that her rookie knows we have your back.
The trio then discussed Caitlin's welcome to the WNBA moment, highlighting the type of veteran mentorship that aided in her development during her first season as a professional.
Just wanted to get ahead of it because I know this transition is tough. Just being undrafted and being a rookie, it's very unlikely that a vet, just take you in when you got the same position.
These three have wonderful chemistry. It's also incredible to observe how Caitlin lets the two talk about themselves while ensuring that the exchange is reciprocal.
Eardrum popped and like ruptured. Ooh. And I knew it right away because I've done it before, and I was just like, it hurts so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but
I've done it. How did you do it before? Can I guess?
I was guess. It was very Midwestern.
You did it in water. In water. Something
correct.
With water.
I got launched off a tube.
Why did you just get so excited? What are you, some brainiac?
That's how I did mine. I went off the diving board and tried to do as many flips as I could and smack my side of my head in the Heights High School swimming pool. Yeah.
The tone changes as Caitlin candidly considers the life-altering experience of the past year, discussing how it has changed not only in terms of basketball, but also in terms of the chances for personal development and lessons that have been presented to her.
Jason was a male swim cadet, so he had to be
This wasn't during swim cadet. Don't put me on blast like that, Travis.
That's funny. But yeah, I got launched off a tube in the middle of a lake. I was like underwater. I'm like, am I okay?
That's some Midwest stuff right there.
But yeah, so that was my welcome to the W.
Conveys sincere appreciation for the experiences, the highs and lows, and the people who have supported her throughout it all. It's a meaningful and grounded moment that serves as a reminder of why she is such an inspiration outside of the court.
I would say, like, I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think
really
and like all in a good way. Like, I mean, things just change really fast, like, as you guys know. Like, that's just how the world works, and especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy, like, looking back at a year ago today or around this time, like, I was just beginning my senior year of college. And obviously, people knew who we were and people attended our games, but it's obviously not on the magnitude that it is now.
Caitlin doesn't hold back while sharing her fiery analysis of why NBA ratings have dropped. She delves into what she thinks is lacking from the game, whether it's the absence of rivalries, the change in play style, or even the way the league promotes its stars. It's an audacious and novel viewpoint from someone who knows what attracts and retains fans. Let's hear Caitlin's candid opinions about what the NBA should do to regain public support.
So, like, life just changes fast, but that's what makes it fun and cool. And quickly started a new chapter of my life too, like moving here to Indianapolis, and feel lucky I'm still in the Midwest. I know you guys like the Midwest, so.
I've been in the Midwest my entire life. Jason's officially an East Coaster now.
Yeah, but Philly, of all the East Coast cities, kind of has like some Midwest feel to it.
It's just the most west.
I don't think Philly wants to hear that. They'll probably hate that I said that, but whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to like that comment. They want to be far from the Midwest.
No doubt.
Exactly.
She then shares her candid opinion on how the sport is evolving and how that is beneficial to it.
What are your suspicions potentially as to why the NBA ratings would be down?
Honestly, like, I feel like the average just like basketball fan doesn't understand how good NBA players are, and they think it looks like they're not trying. I promise you they're trying. They're just like so good. Like, that's why it looks like they're not trying. And obviously the physicality of the league has changed a lot, and I wasn't around when it was like much more physical, and maybe people want more like beef and physicality, and people think it's gotten soft, but I think that's also because the skill has just changed.
Is when the fun begins. The three then discuss their ideas with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and devise ways to bring some fun back to the NBA.
That's what's great about basketball. Like, it's always evolving. Like, it's going to be different than when MJ played. It's going to be different in 10 years than it is now. So it's hard for me to like put my finger on like why it has gone down. And also it's competing against a lot of football right now. You have to take that into consideration. Like, football is just, you know, that's America's favorite thing. I think people should like, I mean, I love 3-point shooting. I love seeing guys just like launch threes, but not everybody loves that. So I don't know.
They then begin discussing all of the bizarre gimmicks of the NBA All-Star Game without holding back.
What do you think about a 4-point line?
I love that. Let's do it.
That's actually
a great idea.
Genius. That is
Genius.
genius.
4-point line.
How does the criminal justice major come up with the best marketing plan right here?
Sometimes you just got to open your eyes, Jason. Look at the sheet of paper in front of you.
Or we could get like just 2 spots.
Yeah.
What about you're saying that everybody's questioning how physical the game is. What do you think a hockey style fight once a game? Just everybody picks a fighter.
Who doesn't like a
boxing
good
gloves so nobody
2-minute
gets too
penalty
hurt?
box, then you can come back in. You don't get ejected.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
After that, they change topics and discuss Caitlin's amusing golf adventures.
That's when I loved it. I think it should be East versus West. Like, that's true All-Stars. Like,
No doubt.
East versus West, battle it out.
That's what it was about.
Yeah. So I think that's what it should be, but obviously not the commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on board for East versus West All-Stars. I think that's the whole point of it. That's why you're an All-Star. It's the best from the East versus the best from the West. Play each other. See which side's better.
Then, Jason asked her a brilliant question on her famed competitiveness, and as usual, you won't believe what she said. Caitlin's intelligent yet humorous reply.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not a fan of any of these in-season tournaments that the NBA is doing.
Yeah. I was actually talking about this today.
How are you not? What is there to not be a fan of?
All the funky floors, and then there's tournaments, and they don't mean crap. Can we just play basketball? Can we just play basketball?
I'm getting like a migraine looking at the neon green floor.
Looking beyond a game, she discusses her ideas about how she may use her business degree and her intense love of basketball to further the sport, whether it be by coaching young players or opening up new avenues for women in sports. Caitlin's outlook on the future is as vibrant as her style of play. It's obvious that she's already considering leaving a lasting impression that goes well beyond her playing days.
I did.
You hit a person on a tee box. I don't know how you do that.
Okay.
I would hit a person on a tee box.
Yeah, I know I can relate. Jason, I don't know if you played in enough pro-ams yet to hit anybody, but
the video that was going viral where I like completely topped it. So it's crazy. Like, we're playing like these long par 3s that are like 200 yards. I'm like, I'm not good enough to hit a par 3 like 200 yards. Like, so I whip out my hybrid. I'm like teeing up my hybrid club. Just top it, like straight at fans to the left.
Been there.
But I think they dodged it.
Down the third base line.
But I nailed somebody on a different par 3, like some woman, like right in the shoulder. Like
shoulder?
And I saw a TikTok like the next day, just like black welt on her arm.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just how you hit her good if she's got a black.
What would Caitlin Clark be doing? Said you were a marketing major. Would you have gone more into that world? Or you think you would have jumped into something else? Oh man, that's tough. I think if my basketball career would have ended, I still would have loved sports just because it was like such a huge part of my childhood. And like what I did, yeah. So I don't know, maybe like try to work in like a front office of a sports organization or something like that. I think that would be cool, not like the coaching side of it, but like the operation side and getting to do like free agency stuff. And I think that would be really cool. As the interview winds down, it's impossible not to feel inspired by Caitlin Clark's journey, her humility, and her vision for the future, from reflecting on her achievements to sharing her candid takes on sports and life. Caitlin's authenticity shines through every word. Her story is still being written, but one thing is clear: whether she's on the court, in the classroom, or planning for what's next. For additional insights from one of the most fascinating athletes of our time, listen to Caitlin Clark's hour-long interview on the New Heights podcast. What do you think? Please share your thoughts in the comments section, subscribe, and enable all notifications so you don't miss anything. Caitlin Clark is leaving a legacy that goes beyond basketball. We'll see you in the next one after you click the video on the screen.